Good day everyone. Today, we will going to report our management plan entitled Effective Management Plan of Tubataha Coral Reef in Palawan, Philippines. So here is my group members. Our table of contents, which contains the information according to its page number. Effective Management Plan of Tubataha Coral Reef in Palawan, Philippines. Tubataha ranks number 1 on our list of best diving in the Philippines, lies in the middle of the Sulu Sea, approximately 50 kilometers southeast of Puerto Princesa City, Palawan, the most western province of the Philippines. Tubataha is a combination of two Sama-Badja words, tuba and taha, which together means a long reef exposed at low tide. Historically, Sama-Badja peoples who have a nomadic lifestyle visit the reef from time to time, although people from the islands of Cagayan Silio are frequent visitors of the reef. So, ABC Coastal Waters Resource Information. Here is our flora. There are only 2 species of trees of the family Euphorbiaceae recorded in the atoll NRMC 1982. Benthic marine vegetation of Tubataha reefs consists of 4 species of seagrasses and about 43 species of algae. Both seagrasses and algae form extensive beds in shallow areas in both north and south islets. The dominant macroalgae are Caulerpa, Urviliana, and Torbinaria. Seagrasses abound in the shallow sandy areas. So the fauna. The fish fauna is represented by at least 40 families and 379 species observed in one survey in 1982. Hawksbill, green turtles, manta or myliobatids, and stingrays, dasyatids, and at least 6 species of sharks are common in Tubataha. 4 species of dolphins have been sighted in the vicinity of the atolls, and 2 species of whales have been seen. The black-tip shark, Carcia triunus, Melanopterus, and white-tip shark, Trianodon obsessus, Dollar and Alcala 1993. And also, a diverse color assemblage with about 46 color genera has been recorded in the area. Coral cover reaches 70 to 80% on many parts of the reef slope and edge, but decreases towards the algal ridge surge zones, back reef, and lagoon. Tridacnid clams are common. Helmet shells, Cassis cornuta, and chambered nautilus are found in some parts of the lagoon. Water resources. So, letter C. Water resources. Tubataha Reef National Park lies in a unique position in the middle of the Sulu Sea and is one of the Philippines' oldest ecosystem. It plays a key role in the process of reproduction, dispersal, and colonization by marine organisms in the whole Sulu sea system, and helps support fisheries outside its boundaries. So the property is the natural laboratory for the study of ecological and biological processes, displaying the ongoing process of coral reef formation, and supporting a large number of marine species dependent on reef ecosystems. The presence of top predator species such as tiger and hammerhead sharks are indicators of the ecological balance of the property. Tubataha Reefs National Park provides an important habitat for internationally threatened and endangered marine species. So, letter D, land resources. The property comprises 2 atolls, North and South Atoll, and emergent Coral Cay, Jessie Grizzly Reef. It includes open sea in an average depth of 750 meters and still displays a well-preserved marine ecosystem with top predators and a large number and diversity of coral reef and pelagic species. The property also hosts an important population of resident nesting and feeding seabirds. The area is free of human habitation and activities and is of a sufficient size to maintain associated biological and ecological process. The property is of an adequate size to ensure the complete representation of the key features and process of the reef systems within it. Although the maintenance of these values also requires measures to be taken out, the boundaries of the property in relation to some migratory species, and the buffering of the property from threats to the marine environment that would occur in the wider area. A key aspect of the integrity of the property is a low level of fishing pressure due to non-take policies which are placed throughout its area. So next is our air resources or condition. The northeast monsoon winds are believed to contribute to the predominantly westward movement of the currents in the Sulu Sea, as well as hypothesized by Dollar and Alcala 1993. So the westward flow of the current helps transport fish and decapod eggs and larvae to the eastern coast of Palawan Island. Thus, Palawan reefs and Tubataha reefs may be biologically interconnected. It is therefore reasonable to assume that the Tubataha reefs are an important source of larvae for coral reef populations in eastern Palawan. Palawan is known to contribute a sizable proportion of nation's fish catch. So, people and government policies. So, people. So, the Tubataha reef is near in Puerto Princesa City, was the most populated municipality of the 24 municipalities comprising Palawan, Puerto Princesa City. The provincial capital was highest terms of population size. So this is the government, the people living near in Tubataha. So Cagayan, Siloy, and Kalayaan had the smallest population with 0.84% and 0.03% of total provincial population respectively. And according to PhilAtlas, Sulu, the province, has a land area. So the total land area of Sulu province is 4,547.16 square kilometer or 1,755.67 square miles. The population is determined by the 2020 census was 1,108,000. So 22.71% of the total population, the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao, 3.81% of overall population of the Mindanao Island Group, or 0.92% of the entire population of the Philippines. Based on these figures, the population density is computed at 220 inhabitants per square kilometer or 570 inhabitants per square miles. So the archipelagic municipality found in the northeastern part of Sulu Sea, from Tubataha and 300 kilometers from the city of Puerto Princesa. So it is the smallest municipality in Naawan, with 31 islands and islets and a total land area of 26.4 square kilometers. So next is government policies or government involved. Government involved policies of Tubataha Reef National Park. So, Tubataha lies at the junction of two shipping routes that traverse the Sulu Sea. So, these corridors are connect the West Philippine Sea to the Celebes Sea in the south and to the Pacific Ocean on the eastern border of the Philippines. So, over the next several years, World Heritage Marine Program worked closely in government of the Philippines and the IMO to establish the PSSA. So, in 2012, the World Center provided funding, pursued the application, enabling the Tubataha Management Office to organize a technical workshop to lead the official submission of the dossier. After years of planning and preparation, the Tubataha Reef National Park received an in principle approved as IPSSA in 2016. Earlier this month, this designation received official confirmation at the IMO Marine Environmental Protection Committee meeting. The designation will take effect on January 2018 after a 6-month period of notifying the global shipping industry, though. It means that these following policies, government policies, protects the Tubataha Reef National Park. Until now, it is under the DNR, IMO, and PSSA. Especially, it has been recorded by the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Every changes or every organism that has been extinct from Tubataha Reef National Park has been recorded in the UNESCO World Heritage. So this is the map of Tubataha Reef. So this is the Sulu Sea. So the Puerto Princesa sa left side. So that is the area of Tubataha Reef National Park. Natural Park. So the location of Tubataha Reefs. Tubataha Reefs located in Sulu Sea. Sulu Sea. So
now, proposed management plan or strategy. Existing resource problems and issues. So the existing problems in water resource issues is we have ocean dumping, acidity of the ocean or increasing the acidity of the ocean, chemical pollutants, destruction of biodiversity in coastal waters, noise pollution from ships, spills or leaks from oil and chemical container, point source water pollution, thermal pollution, macroscopic pollutants. For land resource issues, we have land use conversion, waste and garbage on a beach, plastic pollution, land erosion, land runoff. Ang land runoff is a chemical pollutants that is used for the agricultural land nga mapaingon siya sa coastal area or sa dagat nga maka-affect siya sa marine life. For air resource issues, we have exhaust gases from marine diesel engines, shipping emissions that produce nitrogen oxide and sulfur oxides in the form of smoke, and beach bonfire. People and community issues, we have overfishing, blast fishing or using cyanide fishing, unsustainable and excessive form of tourism, harvesting and collecting corals and top shells, dumping garbage in ocean, and overpopulation. Government policy issues, we have by not addressing the climate change and lack of security support, shipping vessels trafficking, lack of implementing preservation program to community, lack of management and protection of the property, lack of budget assistance for the damages of corals. Now, our management plan propose solution to the problem. So our solution to water resource issues, we need to addressing with water treatment, addressing the dumping pollutants into the ocean, preserving and protection of marine species, prevent damaging of corals. Solution to the land resource issues, we have reduced land use conversion, implementing waste and garbage policy for beach tourists, putting warning sign on different beaches to avoid use plastics and chemical pollutants.